Underrated locations in Breath of the Wild. These are locations that may be overlooked, forgotten about, or even ignored completely. It's time we finally gave some love to these underrated locations. Yulia Grotto, located between Zora's Domain and Tingle Island, is definitely one of the more interesting ones on this list. It's a massive pit with a pond at the bottom, surrounded by large cliffs. Exploring one of the cliff's walls will reveal I cannot pronounce words. It'll reveal a shrine. And I recently found out that Varuta's rain will actually affect this area, meaning it'll rain here until Varuta is complete. The Forgotten Temple isn't really forgotten for, you know, reasons, but once you do the shrine and get the reward for doing all the shrines, you have no reason to come back here, and it's a shame. I feel like the structure itself is overshadowed by the guardians. It distracts us from asking questions like, why is there a temple here? Why is the goddess statue from Skyward Sword here? Why are there loft wings on the entrance? Does or did Skyloft exist in Breath of the Wild's Hyrule? Because this kid knows too much, man. And there are actually 2 hidden chests in the Forgotten Temple. Each of the 2 trenches have their own little hallways, and in those hallways are their own chests. One gives you a giant ancient core, and the other one gives you 300 rupees. Another one that is completely useless after doing its shrine is Typhlo Ruins. Located above Hyrule Forest, this forest is completely dark and has you fight a Hinox to get into Kotawai Shrine? I can read. Also, like the Forgotten Temple, this location is overshadowed by what you need to do. If you use a torch to light up the area, you can see Zonai architecture, similar to what you might find in Faron. And it looks like we'll get a better look at these structures in Tears of the Kingdom. The Deya Village ruins are kind of sad. Yeah, having a ruined town submerged in water with a stone talus is cool and all, but like, people died here. It's just cool to think about what Deya Village might have looked like 100 years ago. Sturnida Secret Hot Spring is just a nice place. The water is pretty, the scenery is pretty, and it's just a convenient place to warm up. It's also right next to the finish hill for Selmy's shield surfing game. Tingle Island and the islands it's connected to are just a great concept. Having 5 tall islands above an ocean connected only by thin bridges made of logs makes this location so interesting. If you remove the stone slab on Tingle Island using octoballoons or stasis, you'll find Mad Male's shrine. The islands don't serve much purpose outside of this. However, it is a ton of fun to drive the Master Cycle across the bridges. Horon Lagoon is another one you only use once and never again. This location is used for the shrine quest Master of Winds. The quest has you break rocks to allow wind to flow. You can then use wind to glide on the pedestal, revealing a shrine. The strange stone arches and water of the lagoon really makes this place stand out from the rest. Floria Bridge, located in Faron, is a large bridge made of wood held up by trees. A lot of locations can easily be overlooked when going from point A to point B, especially when it's something like a bridge, which is, you know, the whole point. I didn't really notice how cool this place was until I saw Grazzy build it in Minecraft. Seeing the bridge with the waterfalls in the background and Frosh flying around doing her own thing was just perfect. Approaching the last location on the list, another underrated location is the Ancient Columns. This place has the ruins of columns that, since being built, have been destroyed by time passing. Here you can find Tenakosha Shrine, the same shrine in the cutscene Zelda's Resentment. You know, the one where Zelda gets mad at Link for no reason. It's just a great location that makes you think about Hyrule's lore. Before I tell you about the last and most underrated location, here are some honorable mentions. Lashlo Harbor, the Light Forest, Rabia Plain, North Akala Beach, Spring of Courage, Hikeda Stone Grove, and this cute little bear area. Look at them. They're amazing. But the most underrated location in Breath of the Wild is Lurelin Village. The village is a tropical, colorful town north of Sturnida Village. Out of every town in the game, Lurelin Village is appreciated the least. I think most of this has to do with the fact there's no story relevance. There's nothing you need to do here. Lurelin Village is not only the most underrated location, it might just be my favorite location in the game. Nah, who am I kidding? That's Akala. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. Click here to see 18 dumb ways you've died in Breath of the Wild.